Paul Wilkinson here, musician, composer, improviser and pianist. These are a series of videos I'm going to do talking about a deeper understanding of music and more of an appreciation of what music is. So the idea of these videos really is to look at, the first video I'm going to do here is just looking at melody. I'm going to play 3 examples of melody. I'm not going to say one's good or bad, I just want you to have a look at those melodies and see which one you think affects you more deeply on a profounder level. So stripping back all the arrangement of it and just looking at melody, the actual tune that it is, playing it on the piano in its simple form so you can see the tune. And that is the objective of these videos. You know, it's like, here's the kaleidoscope, here's the pretty colours, oh, it looks lovely, but let's take the back off and see if you're still as moved by the melodic material when you actually see it laid out nuts and bolts. So you see what's actually happening, and you can see, then you can make a measurement about it and see if you think it moves you on a physical level, because I believe intervals, the distances between one note and another, do move us and have a different feeling on our being. So the examples I play will be a pop example, and then I'm going to play an older pop song, and then a piece from the if you like, 20th century classical music. So as I always say to my students, the idea of somebody, and guru, I don't want to call myself a guru because I'm not, but gu means darkness and ru means dispel the darkness, and I think that's our job really, because I play the piano, I don't work the piano, and I think our job is to shed some light on something. So the idea is, you know, that we shed light on something that's already there. If you're in a dark room with your student and there's an object in there and they can't see it, all you need to do is put a light on, and then they can see the object. You didn't bring the object, but then they can see the object. And in that moment, you've dispelled the darkness. And that's the hope, that within these videos, we talk a little bit more about the understanding of music and how it can profoundly affect us. And maybe we have, now that we live in this completely capitalist consumer culture that we live in, where music is really sold to children, they don't self-direct their own learning and go out and discover Beethoven like I did when I was 12, or like some of my students do now, and tell me how they found this music and that music. So anyway, enough of me gassing on about this, but I could talk about this for a lot more. But I believe music can then lead us towards a deeper level of understanding of ourselves as human beings on this planet, and can head towards the transcendental. We can't talk about that because that's something you can't talk about, but you know, that can give you some feelings that you may never have as a human being. So here are these examples. So the first example is, and I've just picked this randomly, it could have been any pop song, is Someone Like You, I think it's called, by ADEL. I have put this in, I've put them all in the same key. That means they're all in the same scale, so they all use the same notes, so you can see it. So I've put it in F major. Then the next example is Over the Rainbow. The final example is by the British composer Gerald FINZI, and that is called Eclogue. So when you watch these examples, look at the distance of the intervals. Look how much repetition there is, where they just do the same thing over and over again. You know, there's books you probably read when you were 2, but you probably don't read them when you're 12. And you don't read those books that you were 12 when you were 22, and so on. You know, but this music, some of that early example you'll see, so I don't want to sway you any way on this. I want you to look and see what is everything. Look and see for yourself. This is the truth. These are the intervals laid out with all the instrumentation moved aside so you can see exactly what's happening. So these are the examples. See what you think. There is some beautiful music in there. It's for you to decide which one you think is well crafted, which has craftsmanship, you know, which is what we all work to be better at something. Anyway, enough of me talking. Here are the examples, and thanks for watching my video, and I hope it does make some sense about looking deeply about the understanding of music. Bye for now.